Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Casey and I normally do sewing content, but my husband and I recently bought a house and it is a fixer-upper. It needs a lot of work. We're still living in our apartment right now while we do some of these updates, and we've just been coming out here every day and working on the house. So one of the main things about this house that I want to update, and kind of the biggest project right now that I'm working on, is demolishing the current kitchen. The cabinets in this space are pretty old. They're pretty basic, and I also really don't like the layout of the kitchen, and I have just been wanting to make my own kitchen cabinets for a really long time. I've done a lot of research on the process. I think I can do it. I feel pretty confident that I can do it. I'm gonna try it. So the first step is to get rid of the existing cabinets that are in this kitchen. I started that process yesterday. My mother-in-law was actually in town. When we first got started on the cabinets, I only had a small crowbar and a hammer, and I knew I was probably gonna need to get some more tools, but I kind of just wanted to start and see how much that would do, and it did very, very little. I'm just like, I did nothing. These cabinets that are hanging from the ceiling are like bolted and screwed and nailed in. There were so many nails in these cabinets, and they were really difficult to get out. Just like nervous to do too crazy. Yeah, I probably should. Yep. We're getting serious now. I know, it's like, that's a kind of a weird feeling actually. Here we go. Oh yeah, now I see the screws. Okay, good. Yes! Girl power! That's very cathartic. It is! Oh, well, there you go. Woo! One thing. Okay, you want to try to push from that side? Be careful. I'm so scared something's going to fall on you. Woo! First piece down. So, we had to make another trip to the hardware store, to Home Depot, and I got a really nice big sledgehammer, and I got another crowbar that's like a longer crowbar in case I needed a little bit more leverage. These cabinets are so old, and the way that they're constructed is not super conventional, so they were really difficult to get off, and I wasn't able to really salvage the material from the ones that are hanging from the ceiling. So in case any of you are wondering about that they will be sacrificed. Oh yeah. And I have to tell you, this sledgehammer is a freaking miracle worker. Just that extra weight and the extra leverage with the long handle really made quick work of these cabinets. Yes! Woo! Yeah, you definitely need a sledgehammer. Like, this makes me feel powerful, you know? Do you want to do it? You want to take some swings? Just want to make sure I don't bust any windows. That would suck. That would suck a lot. This feels so good. That's like therapy. It is. Just get yourself a sledgehammer. Oh, yeah. It was extremely cathartic and a lot of fun. I was looking back over the footage last night and I was laughing because we were having such a good time. However, we were making really good progress on this cabinet, and then all of a sudden I heard my mother-in-law say, uh-oh, and I turned around and all I saw was blood. And she had basically punctured her leg with one of the nails that was in this wood from the cabinet, and it was pretty bad. So we actually had to go to the emergency room. She had to get 3 stitches in her ankle where this thing punctured her. She's doing okay, she's doing fine now, but it was actually a little scary for a minute there. It made me really hyper aware of how dangerous all these little sharp pieces from these cabinets can be. I got back to the house and I was feeling kind of tired. I didn't really want to do any more work. So I cleaned up the job site, got all the little shards of wood off the floor and the countertops. I also laid out some flooring samples that I picked up from Home Depot. We are going to be doing a luxury vinyl plank and replacing all of the flooring that's in here currently. So I laid out those floor panels just to kind of see which color I liked. also took down the curtains in the living room here, and it made such a huge difference. It really brightened up the space a lot, and just not having those heavy curtains in here anymore makes such a big difference. So I'm really glad I did that. So now you can see behind me that the cabinet is mostly gone. There's just a soffit there. There's a couple of pieces here in the corner that were a real booger to get out. I just want to wait to start on the rest of the cabinetry until my husband's here, until another person's here, just in case there's any other, unexpected, unforeseen circumstances that arise. I'd like for another person to be here just to be on the safe side. Yes! That makes you feel like a badass. We're gonna have to patch the ceiling, which I figured we would. I did it. So here's what we're working with right now. There is no drywall here, so I'll definitely have to patch, and I have a feeling it's going to be the same. I know it's the same over there, and I'm pretty sure it's probably going to be the same over here too. Now I just need to get this framing here that it's attached to the joists of the ceiling roof structure. So I'm going to get those down with a hammer, just try to pry them off of there, and then get down to the joist so that I have a surface for attaching the drywall patching. I'm gonna do the same thing over here and over here. I may do some of this off camera just for the sake of safety and, staying focused. But yeah, that's intense though. I feel very accomplished just getting that off the ceiling. That was really hard to get down. Safety glasses are getting foggy. Oh God. So next I'll move on to the one that's over the window here. I'm gonna have to be extra careful over the window because I don't wanna bust the window. And I was also really nervous over here at the sliding glass door that I was gonna have some stuff hit it. So I was trying to be really careful to not have things bounce off and hit that window as well. So yeah, I'm learning a lot. I'm gonna keep plugging along. All right, so it is a couple of days later. I'm not gonna lie, I got a little discouraged a couple of days ago when I was working on this. I did manage to get this soffit here down, and it was a beast. And when I was getting that one down, I thought, this is probably the hardest one because they attached it to the ceiling. They really didn't want it to come down, and it's probably the hardest one, but I got it down. And then I was like, okay, the second one, this one over here over the sink is gonna go a lot faster. No, this thing is bolted, screwed, nails, 6 ways to Sunday. I mean, it is like I worked on it for a couple of hours the other day, knocked a few things loose. It still will not budge. Like you could probably hang on it and it's not gonna come loose. So I decided to take a break. I went to the hardware store and I got a new tool, which I'm hoping will make things go a little quicker today. I picked up a Sawzall and got a carbide steel blade. Can you tell I'm learning about tools? Anyway, this thing is supposed to be able to cut through bolts, and there's a few bolts up there, but it's mostly just nails. I just need to get some of these pieces loose in order to get this thing off of here and hopefully bring me back around for this project. I also am trying to set more manageable goals for myself because I think part of my overwhelm was coming from really wanting to get all of this stuff down in a couple of days, mostly doing it by myself. I do have my husband here. He's out doing other things. I have to be more realistic about what I can actually accomplish in a day. Until you get into the project, it's hard to really fully understand this, but The exhaustion is another thing that's a challenge. So I have to be a little bit more realistic and understand that after a few hours of doing this, I'm gonna be tired. And today, my only goal today is to get this soffit here off of the ceiling, off of the wall. If I get done with that and I still have energy, I'll shift over here to this side. So it's a beautiful day. I'm gonna turn on some music and start pulling this thing down again.
Yeah, oh my gosh. She's coming. Woo. Just gonna be careful. Yes. I've been so anxious for the last 36 hours thinking about getting this thing down. Thank goodness. Oh God, that's rough. I would just sledgehammer this out, but I don't want to do too much more damage on this side of the drywall, so I'm trying to be careful. Oh, yes, sir. Yes.
I got the second soffit down. Oh, you can't even see it, hang on. So I got the second soffit down, feeling very triumphant. There's a few nails in there that I still need to get out. So I'll do that, and then I'm actually going to clean up some of the mess here, take some of the stuff out. Today, I've been trying to be a little bit neater in my work and not get so much dust everywhere. Before I had that Sawzall, you know, my most powerful tool was my sledgehammer. So that makes a big mess. It's effective in some ways, but it makes a big mess. So today, that Sawzall really came in handy. That mask was so tight on my face. I was sweating in the mask, but very important to wear your protective gear. So I feel good. I accomplished my main goal for today, getting that soffit down. It only took me probably, I didn't even really keep track of what time I started, but maybe like an hour, hour and a half to get that down. So I'm gonna take a little break, hydrate, gonna clean up some of this stuff. We have a little stash where we're piling everything. We're eventually gonna get a dumpster, I think, so that we can get rid of some of this stuff. Oh, and another thing too I wanted to mention, when I was using that Sawzall, I mean, this is my first time using that particular tool, and it wants to fight with you. So I found, like, when I first started using it, I was kind of letting it pull me back and forth a little bit and kind of going with it. I found that it's much more effective if you just try to stay as steady as possible, and then it really cuts through things a lot quicker and it prevents that kind of kickback. I was really trying to steady myself and make sure that I wasn't in a position where I was gonna fall off the ladder or off the countertop or something like that. You know, I imagine there are some people watching this that know all of this already, and I feel like I'm getting better as time goes on. I'm learning a few things, I'm learning how these things are put together, and learning the best way to deconstruct them. So I found that using that Sawzall to kind of break up some of those longer framing pieces was the ticket to get this thing down. And it also helped prevent, you know, all of the, like, breaking up the drywall too much and getting too much dust in here. So definitely glad I got that tool. All right, I've had a little break, feeling refreshed. That didn't take me as long as I thought it was going to get that soffit down. So I think I am gonna start working on the cabinets. So again, I'm setting a small goal for myself. I'm just gonna do the cabinets and just get to where I get. When I feel like stopping, I'm gonna stop, because I don't really wanna be working when I get super tired either. And I feel like if I can get those cabinets out, even if I don't get to the soffit today, it'll set me up for success when I come back for the soffit. So, okay, I think that's all I want to say about that.
This vent is a little bit loose. I'm not sure if I want to take this down yet. I don't know. So I'm gonna just put this back up. I'll come back over to this one later. So, I screwed the wall, it just came right out. Like all the holes are just like overblown. Not attached. That's amazing. I might actually keep this. We could reuse that.